Rampage, DDT, and she will retain the SmackDown Women's title. Oh my goodness, and Shayna Baszler! A new challenger is on the horizon, and her name is Shayna Baszler. Bask in this man's glory. Keith Lee is on SmackDown. Who will have that Money in the Bank contract? Kevin Owens, Tommaso Ciampa. It's up next. Kevin Owens, superplex off the ladder. Kevin Owens is but moments away from becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. No way. Mojo Rawley rolling in from behind. Hyperdrive on the outside. Kevin Owens was supposed to be Mr. Money in the Bank, but Mojo Rawley coming to the aid, and the Blackheart in the Bank lives on. Hello everyone and welcome to SmackDown. We are coming at you from the most famous arena in the world. We are in Madison Square Garden for tonight's edition of SmackDown. Last week had so much going on within it, and it seems as if tonight is about to have that same level as well, because we're kicking things off here, unannounced, unexpected, but in the building, the WWE Champion is here, Kazuchika Okada, in the building, in MSG, to get us underway for tonight's SmackDown. I was not anticipating this one, folks. I was expecting this to get right into the in-ring action here tonight, but it seems as if the champ has something else on his mind. Okada here tonight to a warm and welcoming reception from MSG. But what is the Rainmaker himself here for? What is Okada in the building for tonight? Speculation certainly running amok right now. And I don't imagine we'll have to wait much longer for the reveal either. Okada, of course, last time we saw him was at No Way Out, defeating Finn Bálor to retain the WWE Championship. And of course, with what followed after it, challenging Seth Rollins to a rematch at Survivor Series. And I may have just put the pieces together to my own puzzle, because it has been a week now. A week of waiting and a week of silence from the man who Okada challenged for Survivor Series. He put the challenge out there, and he hasn't heard back from that man. And I wonder, is that why Okada is out here? Is there something else on the mind of the Rainmaker? As we get closer and closer towards Survivor Series, what is running through the mind of Kazuchika Okada? Well, he's taken the microphone, so I imagine we're going to find out right about now. And indeed, that is what it is about to Okada. He's waited a week now, and he heard nothing back from the man who he challenged. And he's doing something about it. Okada wants a response right now from Rollins. And he's going to get an answer however long he has to wait. And he might not have to wait much longer, because on the Titantron here is the assistant general manager to ECW. It's Kurt Angle. And Angle disappointingly telling Okada and everyone else the truth. Rollins still is not in the building. And I don't think that would be much of a surprise, to be honest. This is a SmackDown show. Well, the door has been opened for Kazuchika Okada on behalf of Angle and myself. Okada, if you want your answer, then fine. Angle's willing to do it, and I'll stick by that decision. Come to ECW. You'll get your answer. And we are on the same page. By the end of this week, the question will be answered. Okada will be on ECW, and the answer will emerge. Will it be finally set in stone? Will Okada and Rollins finally take place? Well, that's a question for ECW, ladies and gentlemen. But a question for here tonight is who will win in our main event of the evening, as Finn Bálor will go one-on-one with the Blackheart in the bank, Tommaso Ciampa. What a big way to get us going already at SmackDown Live, and the action in the ring hasn't even begun, but it is about to get underway. Tag team action here tonight. It is the Saviors. It is Ricochet and Drew Gulak who will be in action here tonight against Jay White and a partner of his choosing. The Saviors in the building. We learned last week from Ricochet that it will be a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series. Ricochet will go up against Jay White and Kota Ibushi, or rather the better way to word that is Jay White will go up against those two. It was almost alluded to in some ways last week that it is in so many ways a handicap match for Jay White, taking on two members of the Saviors for that Intercontinental title, and both of them are his challengers. You can speculate how you think that one's going to go all you want, but I think the answer might be pretty plain for everyone to see. Strong and Gulak standing in the ring here tonight. Kota Ibushi not here this evening, training for that triple threat match at Survivor Series. Ricochet doing his training as the leader of the Saviors in the ring. And here comes the man who he faces for that crown at Survivor Series, the Intercontinental Champion at first, the Switchblade, making his way out to MSG. And to quite a warm reception as well for the champion. What a year it has been for Jay White, but can he make it even better by retaining his title at Survivor Series by overcoming Ricochet and Kota Ibushi, the man who Ricochet coined as the Golden Savior last week on SmackDown. Is it possible for Jay White to defeat that man and the leader of the Saviors at the same time to leave Survivor Series with an Intercontinental title still firmly around his waist? Folks, as we get ready for action here tonight, I want to thank you all wherever you're tuning in around the world for SmackDown here this evening. What an event it's going to be here tonight. Still a number of questions to be posed from last week. Still a number of controversies from last week as well. Typically, and most importantly, it comes from our main event and the actions of Mojo Rawley. Controversies surrounding that, I imagine, will not resonate well within a man named Kevin Owens. Here tonight, Mojo Rawley might well be at ringside for Ciampa's match, but who will be at ringside for Jay White to make it a tag team matchup here this evening? Oh, a fine choice from the Intercontinental Champion. He has chosen the glorious one, Robert Roode, to be the tag team partner of the Switchblade. Interesting choice from the Switchblade, and a welcome one as well. Robert Roode knows all about being Intercontinental Champion, knows all about being the challenger and the champion as well. He's held that belt before, and he is looking to help out the Switchblade here tonight. I don't believe Roode has had a run-in with the Saviors in the past, at least nothing that has resulted in a massive outcome. But here tonight, Roode coming to the aid, and a welcome aid at that. Jay White could have chosen anyone, and I have to be honest, he's chosen a very, very safe pick, and a very strong pick as well. Robert Roode might not be on the same level that he was before, But that doesn't mean to say that he's not still at his own glorious level. The former WWE champion in the ring as MSG sings along with the theme of the glorious one. Ricochet and Gulak on the outside. There were some last-minute discussions with one another. Maybe saying who's going to start this match, what the game plan will be. As Jay White looks at the outside at his tag team partner. We are ready to go here with action here tonight in MSG. What an evening's night it's going to be. What action it's going to be as well. And we are right about ready to get into it. It's going to be Drew Gulak and Jay White to start things here this evening. The Switchblade wanted to get right in the ring against a member of the Saviors. Here we go. White coming out of the gates with some quick shots on Gulak. Back suplex early on as well. Gets him going. So let's see what will happen here. Last time we saw Jay White in one-on-one action, it was against Kota Ibushi. He was beaten by Ibushi via the distraction of Ricochet. I can imagine Jay White won't want to fall for that trick again. Won't want to be susceptible to the involvement of Roderick Strong or Ricochet or Gulak at ringside, posing a threat and maybe costing the Switchblade another win. Right now, though, it's Robert Roode in the ring against Drew Gulak here. Big overhand right there from Robert Roode, but Gulak coming back quickly there, counting him in the corner. Back elbows now, raining in the side of the head of Robert Roode. And Roode will fall down there. Ricochet trying to rile up the crowd, and you can hear the response. Not all that positive for Drew Gulak as he goes to work here over Robert Roode. Tag is made. In comes Ricochet now, the leader of the Saviors, the savior of SmackDown Live, as he coins himself. Ricochet saying his modus operandi is saying that you don't need to be as God-gifted talents as Kazuchika Okada, and you don't need to be a freak, a machine like Brian Cage to be a star. Ricochet knows how you can succeed, and all you have to do is follow his ways and allow him to cleanse you and save you, as he puts it. Big poison rana there from Ricochet. Running splash into the gut of Robert Roode. On the apron, springboard uppercut there from Ricochet. Big combination, hooks the leg of Robert Roode. Looking to put him away here, get another win over the Switchblade. It's a kick out at 2. Ricochet has a non-title win over Jay White, but that was also through interference, courtesy of the Saviors. I believe it was Drew Gulak who caused the interference on that occasion. Big running neck breaker there from Robert Roode. Takes Ricochet down. And it looks as if we might get a preview for Survivor Series here. At least 2/3 of it, as Jay White will tag in here. Champion and challenger to lock horns. White and Ricochet, the legal men in this ring right now. Look out here, White in. Diving knee drop on the chest of Ricochet. Kota Ibushi might be training, but I would assume he's watching closely as well as to what's going on. Taking an eye onto his opponents. He may well share all that in common with Ricochet, but the reality is when the bell rings and the title's on the line, that common bond may well have to go out of the window in order to be the Intercontinental Champion, as a nice suplex is hit there by Jay White. Look out now, White in again here. Single underhook suplex. And he is taking it to the leader of the Saviors right now, taking it to one of his challenges at Survivor Series. Not that long away now. Is that great event, and already so much on the horizon for it. Look out right now, though. Oh! Apron DDT there from Ricochet, planting the head of Jay White on the hardest part of the ring. And White is in big trouble. White could be out on his feet here, and the Saviors are just looking to finish him off. Tag made into Gulak. What a double team move from the Saviors. Gulak in from behind. Saito suplex on White. Is there any consciousness left in the Intercontinental Champion right now? Robert Roode pleading for the tag just off camera. Gulak, though, not allowing the chairs. Oh, another lariat in the back of the head. Gulak doing the number here on Jay White ahead at Survivor Series, softening up for the Saviors, but the Switchblade fights on. He'll take Gulak into the corner here, and he'll make the tag back into Robert Roode. Big time save for the switchblade, but how much damage could that apron DDT have done on him? Well, Jay White certainly getting himself out of dodge right there by getting the tag into Robert Roode, and the Glorious One now going to work on Gulak once again here. Over on the top of the head there by Robert Roode. Gulak in, into the chest he went there. Big back elbow as well up against the ropes now is Robert Roode. The Savior still looking fighty, still looking tough, yeah. Maybe that's the tag team experience. Maybe that's the common bond working together, even though this is the first time I believe that Ricochet has teamed with a member of his Saviors. Big overhand right once again on Gulak. He comes back though with a hard forearm shot in the face. Missed right there. Gets that back elbow again. Striking fest between Gulak and Roode right now. But Roode taking off his feet with a nasty backbreaker. Look out here. Gulak in. Has him hooked. Oh, what a back suplex from Gulak. He hooks the leg, the cover's made, and White in to make a save there. Looked like Roode came down on his head and his neck. And it's all starting to fall apart now. White and Ricochet getting into things in the ring. And it's all falling apart here. Suplex driver, Kiwi Crusher. Kiwi Crusher from White on Ricochet. And Roode is able to come fighting back as well. Ricochet down, Gulak down as well. Spine buster. Oh, Strong getting involved though. Roderick Strong trying to get some breathing room, trying to get Gulak back in this thing. Gulak from behind. But Roode able to counter him. Larry in the back there from Robert Roode. Ricochet may have found his senses, but it's all too late. Glorious DDT to Drew Gulak. Cover's made. Ricochet lets Gulak take the fall. And it is victory for Roode and Jay White. Robert Roode coming to the aid of the Switchblade against the Saviors and pinning Drew Gulak in the process. Jay White getting his own back against the Saviors, and maybe momentum ever so slightly switching towards the champion ahead of that triple threat match at Survivor Series. Oh, you heard it from the woman herself. You heard it from the final NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. She has plenty to say to Paige and wanting to make the challenge to her as well for a match for that SmackDown Women's Championship. Very interesting words there from Shayna Baszler, has to be said, but right now we look forward to this contest. Mandy Rose to go one-on-one against Asuka here. And then we talk about Paige and we look at former allies of Paige, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, working together with Paige, if you may remember, all the way back to Judgment Day to help her out in that contest against the Riot Squad. And that was really what led Paige to that SmackDown Women's Championship. Of course, we talk about Paige and that SmackDown Women's Championship herself, and this woman right here, the Empress Asuka, had one hell of a fight for the SmackDown Women's Championship back at Fastlane. It was Paige who left with that title, as she did last week against Sasha Banks. But right now, Asuka making her way towards the ring here, ready to go, I would imagine, to go up against Mandy Rose. and to maybe try and get herself back in the talking points for that SmackDown Women's title. Maybe trying to pose Shayna Baszler for the next opportunity. Who really knows? What I do know is that Asuka is out here this evening looking for a big fight right now. Looking to take the fight here to Mandy Rose and to, in her case, I would imagine, pick up the win. She has faced, I believe, both these women before. I certainly remember her going up against Sonya Deville a number of weeks ago. So let's see what will happen here as Asuka gets ready. Mandy Rose waiting on the outside for this challenge. Let's see what will happen here. Paige might be watching on as well. But what I do know certainly is that she might well have cause for concern after that challenge posed her way just a moment ago by Shayna Baszler. Regardless of that, right now that we're underway here in this contest, calling number tight between the two women here. Mandy Rose grabbing the arm of Asuka, taking her down into a Fujiwara armbar position here, elbowing down the bicep area there of Asuka, who will quickly get herself out of trouble there. Mandy Rose, though, swatting that drop kick away. God's greatest creation, doing what is important for her here tonight, and that's to get a big win over Asuka. Imagine the good that would do for Mandy Rose, picking up a big win over the former Raw Women's Champion and one of the women who took Paige to the limit in those title matches back at Fastlane. Asuka, they're going to work right now. Shoulder first into the ring pole there. Oh, went for a running tackle there. Looked like she missed with a running hip thrust rather. Mandy Rose evaded. Look out, has the arm drag there from Mandy Rose. Asuka trying to plant her weight down there. Mandy Rose having none of it, but he'll only get the count of one here. Mandy Rose, though, staying on point here. Nice forearm in the face there of Asuka. She quickly counters, though. Fireman's carry there. Asuka being a little bit more cautious. Maybe she underestimated Mandy Rose, who has been taking the fight to Asuka thus far. Double hip attack, though, from Asuka. Will take care of trouble there and take her back into control of this contest. Michinoku driver made there. The cover is made. Is Mandy Rose finished off with? Oh, it's a good 2 count, though, from the Empress. Kicking the chest there, Mandy Rose. Not staying down, however. Fighting back. Big lariat there for Mandy Rose. Kind of wasn't expecting that one from Mandy Rose right there and then, but she managed to get all of it. Look out here. Mandy Rose got a mind now. Kicking out maybe towards Sonya Deville on the outside. Up against the ropes here. Asuka counters, however. Over the top rope goes Mandy Rose now. And oh, shoulder tackle to the outside there. Asuka standing in the ring. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! It's Jazzy Garrett! Garrett just jumped Sonya Deville! Jazzy Garrett with the jump on Sonya! And on the other side of the ring, Rhea Ripley! It's trifecta! They have arrived, and they are taking out Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Riptide! I cannot believe it! Garrett and Ripley have arrived. Rose and Deville taken out. Trifecta setting their sights on SmackDown. I can't believe it, folks. Wow. Wow. Tessa Blanchard said that Trifecta had their sights on other places. And there was speculation it meant SmackDown Live. Well, the reality is that she did mean SmackDown Live. Ripley and Garrett taking out Rose and Deville, taking out 2 of the women closest to the SmackDown Women's Champion herself in Paige. You don't have to be an advanced mathematician to understand the message Trifecta have just posed. Take a look at the trio and take a look at the event that's coming up next. Absolutely surreal to witness, ladies and gentlemen, but the contest moves on here this evening, and it's time,
ladies and gentlemen, Elias,
for the arrival of Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. And as the man who holds the power of the wind in his fist, I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, I have been all across the world. I've been to Paris, I've been to Italy, all across Europe, South America, South Africa, you name it. Elias has been there, and it has brought me here tonight. And it seems everywhere I go, no matter what I do, a universal truth follows me. And I am certain that everyone here knows it. It is that WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for. Well, I gotta tell you, I certainly came prepared with a song tonight, but before I get started, I need you all to do a few things for me. I need you to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouths. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face.
And the performance of Elias has come to an end as he makes his way towards the ring for his SmackDown debut here this evening. Elias picked up by SmackDown General Manager Christian James and certainly seemed to have interactions, shall we call it, last week backstage with Paul Heyman. No idea what was going on there, but Heyman and Elias certainly seeming to spark up a conversation with one another. Didn't catch any audio of it, and of course, not like we're going to get any word out of either of these men about what the conversation was about, but there was certainly some kind of conversation between them. No idea where it may lead from here on out. What I do know right now, though, is that Elias is taking it to Dolph Ziggler here. Ziggler, I would imagine, still awaiting the return of his tag team partner Cody Rhodes to in-ring action. Rhodes, of course, still out with an injury sustained a number of months back now. I'm hoping for a rebirth, shall we say, of the American show-offs for Ziggler's sake, because since that has happened, I don't believe Ziggler has had a single win under his belt on SmackDown. We're looking to turn that around here tonight against one of SmackDown's newest signings in Elias. Look out here, German suplex on Elias. Ziggler with the bridge, cover made, kick out at 2. Grand Slam champion is Dolph Ziggler. 3-time world champion as well, so it's not as if Elias is in the ring with any slouch. He's in the ring with a guy who's maybe a little bit... Oh, hang on. Heyman is watching this one backstage. Paul Heyman with a close eye on it indeed. Watching on Elias here. Is there scouting going on for a new member to the Dangerous Alliance, I wonder? Maybe now with what's transpired at No Way Out, and maybe with what we've seen on Raw a few days ago, maybe the Dangerous Alliance are looking for new talent to go on the offensive. Certainly, Bobby Fish won in the offensive on Raw against Daniel Bryan. I would like to have told you that tonight we'll get an answer from Bobby Fish, but no, he's not here this evening to give us the answer that we're all seeking. Right now, Elias is all over Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, look out, Fireman's carry backbreaker. Elias feeling the confidence running through him. I wonder if he knows there's added eyes on it. Very important eyes on SmackDown Live as well. In Paul Heyman. Big sit-out spinebuster from Elias. Legs are hooked, looking to put him away here. Ziggler gets the kick out at one, however. Elias unable to stay on point. Here, another Ziggler splash in the corner. The show-off trying to fight back here and get this big win for him. Dolph DDT. Big leaping DDT. Plants Elias in the middle of the ring. Thought he might have been planted for the elbow. Dropped instead. Oh, what a neck crank. A lot of fury in that one. As a single leg Boston Crab now will come in. Ziggler has it locked in here on Elias. Trying to finish him off, but Elias kicking him away there. No such luck with that tap out. Whoa, Elias countering that snapmare attempt, whatever it may have been. Look, that's press takedown now on Ziggler. Matched on to pick up a little bit here between these two men right here, right now. Elias certainly finding his comfort zone on SmackDown very quickly. And Ziggler again, the bad luck charms that seem to be running within Dolph Ziggler continue to be spiraling on here as he tries to put away Elias. Look for the famous, so what a counter from Elias. Went for the famous, a massive power bomb from Elias. Elbow drop from the top rope from the drifter now. And Elias looking to finish off Ziggler here. Ziggler in big trouble. Kick in the gut. And Elias hits the drift away on Dolph Ziggler. Elias arrives to SmackDown and just beat a Grand Slam champion in front of the eyes of Paul Heyman. If there's scouting going on in the Dangerous Alliance, then Elias just became a potential #1 pick. He just beat Dolph Ziggler. Dolph's torrid luck continues on. And Elias reaps the rewards. The drifter arrives, and he is victorious. Heyman might well be pleased with what he saw. Marty Scurll might well say he hates being asked all those questions, but he seems to have given us all the answers right then and there. He believes people have to work to fight this man. And a big reveal there, it has to be said, because, wow, if you want to go through if you want to get to Marty Scurll, you have to go through his proxy, as he called him. His newest associate might well be another term for it. Keith Lee. Keith Lee and Marty Scurll aligned with one another. What a weird scenario. Keith Lee arrived with almost a hero's welcome last week on SmackDown. Is that reaction still going to be the same for him now that he's doing the bidding of Marty Scurll? I don't know is the honest answer, but it certainly seems like something that might well turn a few people off of Keith Lee. And he is looking to continue on with a massive track record of wins Last week it was Finn Bálor. Tonight he looks to beat another former world champion in Sami Zayn. Keith Lee. I can't believe that. I mean, I don't know how Marty Scurll was able to make that happen, but he has. He's made this man limitless. He has made him allied alongside the villain. Well, we'll see what will happen regarding that one. As for right now, though, Keith Lee about to make that Madison Square Garden bask in his glory once again, as he did against Finn Bálor last week, and he'll look to do here tonight with Sami Zayn. Zayn on the outside. And even though what we just heard, it seems as if people are still supportive of Keith Lee, even if they weren't that supportive of Marty Scurll. Interesting to think about right then and there, but it's time to see what will happen in the ring here tonight. Sami Zayn also getting some cheers his way. And let's see what will happen here, running out of the gates at one another, just running into one another. I'm surprised that Sami Zayn is still on his feet when he's coming up against the Purger muscle mass like Keith Lee is. Look out here. Zayn, pop-up dropkick. Keith Lee doesn't go down. And again, back to back, and Keith Lee still up on his feet. And he gets a knee in the gut. And one lariat will take Zayn right off his own. And this is where Keith Lee now decides, I'm in control here. You'll do as I say. We'll do this match how I want to do it. Moonsault by Keith Lee. Standing moonsault. Jesus, this guy is a freak of nature. Cover made, but it's only the count of one there. But Keith Lee staying right focused here. We'll look at the counter made by Sami Zayn. Pushes him away. Big chop in the chest to Keith Lee. Forearm in the face as well. Sami Zayn turning things around here. Has it in. Nice. Rope adjusted Falcon Arrow there by Sami Zayn. Using the ropes to his advantage. Keith Lee now down. Sami Zayn gets a win here, and he may well have a ticket to go one-on-one with Marty Scurll in the future. From the top, oh, missed with that chop down on Keith Lee. No one home there. Lee out of the way. DDT and a kip up. How does this guy do it? How does Keith Lee do it? I don't know. Look out here. Off the ropes comes Sami Zayn. Oh, Keith Lee unable to execute what he wanted to in time. And Sami Zayn counting that forearm as well. Look out now. Zayn trying to keep this simple but effective offense. Perhaps the best way to defeat Keith Lee. Not trying anything flashy. But Sami Zayn will go for flashy, and it won't pan out the way he wants it to. Misses with that tope there. Keith Lee looked for a hard shot there. Zayn countered him though. Forearm sends him back into the turnbuckle. Good opportunity here for Sami Zayn. What can the underdog from the underground do here? Oh, what a DDT! What a DDT from Zayn. Cover's made. Is it all she wrote? It's a kick out of two. Oh, massive DDT there though from Sami Zayn. Putting Keith Lee down and putting him in a bit of trouble, but not that much trouble. Look out here. Limitless going to work. Powerbomb incoming. Sami Zayn able to counter it. Big counter as well made by Zayn. Clothesline. Keith Lee spilled to the outside there. Sami Zayn putting up a big fight right now. Regardless if Marty Scurll's on the other side of things or not, Zayn will fly onto Keith Lee. Aerial assault from Sami Zayn on Keith Lee. Fantastic from Sami Zayn there. Keith Lee down. Sami Zayn brings it back in the ring. A massive chance opening up for Zayn. Drop kick. Oh, stuffed. Keith Lee just moves out of the way of it. And just as soon as that, retakes control. Zayn trying to stay up on his feet. They're trying to stay vertical. Just no chance though. Oh, spinning. Slam there from Keith Lee. Covers made. Kick out of two by Zayn. You know, most people would still be on the back foot from that flight on the outside there from Sami Zayn, but not Keith Lee. Things just continue on almost as you were for Keith Lee. Zayn looks Zayn looks done in so many ways, and Keith Lee has just decided, I'm not quite finished with you yet. Oh, look at this. Just throwing him. Toying with him here. Sami Zayn had a great chance a few moments ago, but Keith Lee has taken away any hopes of Sami Zayn getting his hands on the villain. And that is exactly what Keith Lee has been brought in by Marty Scurll to do. What a lariat! What a massive, massive lariat from Keith Lee. And again, stretches Zayn out over his back and bombs him into the mat. Zayn is done. Zayn is done. The moment he missed that top rope drop kick, Keith Lee gave him no hope of coming back in this match. Zayn counters. Oh my, he just swatted the clothesline. Oh my God! Swatted the clothesline away and almost sent Sami Zayn over the top rope. And now Keith Lee looks to finish this off. No Marty Scurll for Sami Zayn. Ground zero. It's over. 1, 2. Keith Lee beats Sami Zayn. Doing what he was brought in to do. Keith Lee leaves victorious, limitless. And with MSG basking in his glory, Marty Scurll and Keith Lee aligned, so it would seem from the words of the villain. The sky is the limit for the villain and limitless. Well, folks, we shared it earlier on this evening, and we'll get it on ECW. Kazuchika Okada will appear to get his answer. Will it be Okada versus Rollins 2 at Survivor Series? Tune into ECW and find out. Okada will be there, front and center. But as for right now, folks, here at MSG, it's time for our main event of the evening. He may well have fallen short to Keith Lee last week, but it seems as if Finn Bálor wasn't best pleased with what he saw in the main event. Bálor making his way out here in the most famous arena in the world to do battle with the Blackheart in the bank. Bálor and Ciampa to lock horns here in tonight's big main event. Can Bálor regain almost from the last two matches he's found himself in now? The loss to Kazuchika Okada at No Way Out, the loss to Keith Lee last week. There's no element of surprise this week, or at least Bálor would hope there's no element of surprise this week. I think that's the nice way of putting it. But right now, Bálor heads towards the ring here to do battle with Ciampa, who certainly had a surprise up his sleeve in last week's main event. Never trust a Blackheart reigning through, true as could be. We were told, Ciampa said it himself, that he would leave Mojo Rawley backstage for that ladder match if Owens would do the same with Sami Zayn. And Owens agreed. Sami Zayn wasn't there, Mojo Rawley wasn't there. Right until the end of the match, when it looked to be all over for Tommaso Ciampa as the Blackheart in the bank. Mojo came out, and as we saw, pulled Kevin Owens off the ladder to the outside, hyperdrive, and it was an open road for Ciampa to retain that briefcase. I don't know if that was Ciampa telling Rawley to do that, or Rawley acting on his own admission. What I do know is that Bálor wasn't best pleased with it, and he is going to do something about it here tonight. That is through fighting the Blackheart himself. And here he comes with Mojo Rawley in tow as well. Tommaso Ciampa is in MSG And still, with that briefcase in his hand. Ciampa won that briefcase back at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Back in about June, I believe it was. And he is looking to keep a hold of it for as long as he can until the time is right for the Blackheart to cash in. He was given a saving grace in Mojo Rawley last week. And who knows if Ciampa was grateful for it or not. He's not exactly an open book, is the Blackheart. All we know about that briefcase is that he said he'd never cash it in on Johnny Gargano. And you know what? I'd say for a while I believed him. But after last week, that never trust a Blackheart statement really ran true. Ciampa showed why you can't trust him. We'll see. But I mean, of course, before any of that can happen, Gargano would have to win back that ECW championship, and he is preoccupied heading into Survivor Series with Monday Night Raw. Meanwhile, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's your main event of the evening. Finn Bálor and Tommaso Ciampa to lock horns here this evening. So a takedown now by Finn Bálor right out of the gate here. Ciampa counting him back though. Look at that. Wrapping the head in the legs. Going to work early on. I think, almost wasn't expecting this from Ciampa, to be honest. But this is what we're getting. A very clean start here from Ciampa in this contest. Bálor with the counter, pushed him off the ropes. Ducked under there by Finn Bálor. Sling blade early on, and Ciampa taken off his feet. Now let's see what Bálor can do here. The opening has presented itself for Finn Bálor. Mojo Rawley on the outside. Of course, you've got to watch out what he could be up to. You never know with Mojo Rawley. We thought he was out to the playbook last week, but it certainly seemed that wasn't the case. He was front and center in the controversial ending to that contest. I know there was no disqualification, but it was almost a gentleman's agreement between Owens and Ciampa that there would be no outside interference. And it seems as if that it showed that Tommaso Ciampa is no gentleman. Tiger suplex there by Bálor, but the leg of Tommaso Ciampa in the ropes there. Look out here, off the ropes now. Nice counter made there by Ciampa, just keeping it a stalemate, really. Look out here. Has the opening right in front of him. Torture rack, spin out bomb. And a massive one at that. Covers made on Bálor. There's two. And a kick out from Bálor at two. But a big move by Ciampa. And the pendulum seems to have swung in the favor of the Blackheart here this evening. In the turnbuckle goes Bálor. And Ciampa in control. Exploder suplex right into it. My God. Well, Blackheart certainly lives up to that name in the ring. Some sick offense always displayed by Ciampa. But Bálor withstanding it all and fighting back there. Nice Saito suplex connected with by Bálor. Takes Ciampa out to the apron here. Ciampa knocked to the outside now. And Bálor quickly coming out after him. Mojo Rawley literally with a VIP seat. Couldn't be close to the action unless he was in it. Oh, look out here. Bálor rolled Ciampa back in the ring, and Mojo Rawley getting in the face of Finn Bálor here. Oh, went to grab him. Bálor getting in the ring quick enough there. Ciampa getting up to his feet, but it's Bálor who's still in control. What a counter from Ciampa. Oh, using that knee brace as a weapon for that knee lift. And look out now. Ear raid crash neck breaker. Using the knee brace once again there. Ciampa knowing exactly what he's doing as he locks in the Texas Cloverleaf here. It is locked in on Bálor. Bálor a long way away from the ropes. Is he going to make it though? Or is he going to have to tap? No, he rolls through. Nice drop kick from Bálor as well to break free and to turn things around in his favor briefly. Michinoku driver now by the leader of Bálor Club. Went for the kick in the back there, no one home. Ciampa moved out of the way. Ciampa couldn't capitalize, however. Bálor stops him right there, and then Saito suplex once again from Finn Bálor. He's going to go to the top rope right here, right now. Bálor up high, look out. Incoming below, elbow drop, no one home. No one home, big crash and burn there, and on the shoulders again. Another torture rack bomb there from Ciampa, no cover this time. And for how close he came to losing that briefcase last week, Tommaso Ciampa seems to have regained all that confidence and egotism to him in an instant. In the turnbuckle goes Bálor again. Running knee lift in the chest there. Brutal. But Ciampa can't capitalize. Bálor coming right back there. And he'll send Ciampa to the turnbuckle now. Look out here. Chop in the chest. Snapmare. Basement dropkick. Great combination from Bálor. Not surprising to see that outside of that little moment on the outside, Mojo Rawley doing little to get involved here. But he might need to hurry up with that. Bloody hell. From Finn Bálor. And that could lead into a massive win for Finn Bálor here, and Balor Club in MSG. Coup de grace! Last minute evasion from Tommaso Ciampa, out of the way in the nick of time, and driving Balor right down into the mat after it. Has he finished off Finn Bálor here? The cover is made. It's only good for 2. Oh, that was close though. That was so close to being over. Balor half a foot away by the time Ciampa moved out of the way there. From those feet coming into the chest of Ciampa and maybe ending things. Balor staying on offense here, still managing to do the job. What's asked of him that he asks of himself as well, and that MSG is asking for him to do, and that is to beat Tommaso Ciampa. Look at the knee. Looked like the knee there of Balor came down on Ciampa instead of the elbow. Big slam. No. Ciampa counters it. Reverse DDT. Got all of it. And Ciampa has Balor now on the shoulders again. Oh! Torture rack face buster. Not a nice landing at all. Cover made. Middle of the ring. Balor kicks at it too. Oh God, it might be all over though. Ciampa looking to end it. Fairy tale ending incoming, no. Balor counters his way out of it. Balor with the escape in the nick of time. Big counter made there to the fairy tale ending. Both men countering the other's finishing maneuvers there. And now you have to pose the question, what does either side have to do to beat the other here? Went for the knee lift, no one home. Balor moved out of the way. Balor turns him around, puts him in the turnbuckle again. Is he going to look for that combination? This time Ciampa had it scouted. Oh, flying clothesline there from Tommaso Ciampa. Takes Balor off his feet. Guillotine choke now. Guillotine choke from Ciampa. Trying to choke out Finn Bálor here. Not sure I've ever seen Ciampa try and win a bout with a guillotine, but that's what he's looking to do here. Balor though, oh, great escape there. Could have gone for a float over cover if he wanted to. Decided against it. Sling led by Balor. Ciampa could be in trouble here. Balor going to the top rope. Oh my goodness, over the barricade. Kevin Owens. Owens at ringside. Jumping Mojo Rawley. This is for last week, Mojo. This is revenge for last week's actions. This is for screwing him out of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Kick to Mojo. Meanwhile, in the ring, superplex from Ciampa. Superplex from Ciampa. Kevin Owens dragging Mojo Rawley though, pummeling away on him on the ramp here, beating him down. But in the ring, Ciampa looking to end things. Fairy tale ending on Balor. The cover is made. Tommaso Ciampa beats Finn Bálor, but it's still not over between Owens and Mojo. Owens doesn't care at the Ciampa win. Package pile driver on Rawley. Ciampa might be victorious, but Kevin Owens wants to maim Mojo Rawley.